It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, and Tom Griswold. And now, here's Tom.
Bob and Tom. I need to talk
Shut
to
up
his
and we'll
mother.
bet $1,000. Don't turn these mics on, you.
From the Napa Auto Parts Studios. Here we go. I knew it. I announced in the break room. Well, I'm in a good mood. Lasted 37
I'm
seconds.
in a good mood because Josh dressed as a male nurse in case Godwin goes down.
Yeah, I thought he would want to look. He would want to see somebody familiar.
Looked familiar.
Yeah.
I love your scrubs.
I walked in this morning. I said, good morning to Josh. And I said, well, you know what you've done.
Throwing
It's
him
a
off.
different color other than black.
I like it.
It's the entire first hour, Tom, talking about Josh's shirt. You do look more mechanic.
Sure, yeah, it's a bit more of the mechanics or maybe custodial.
The light, custodial service industry.
I
of
would say
some sort.
prison.
Okay.
That's kind of a prison
All right.
blue. I'll go switch. I'll put
Prison.
on my prison blue shirt. So you feel
Tom's here, Christy's here, Josh is here, Ace is here. And Pat Godwin continues to live despite his protests. Insists he's dying.
I understand you're going back to the hospital for another test today.
Yeah, I have my last one today at noon.
What the hell's wrong with you? This is like an episode of House.
I know.
You get bit by some exotic mosquito. What's a deer tick?
How did you exist before you got health care? That's what's puzzling to me. I don't
On the
remember
fringes of society.
I guess.
So now, are you keeping up with your hair dye and everything?
I haven't thought about it. I've been so sick.
Oh my God, you are! No, it's freshly dyed.
You just dyed your hair. Yeah, you liar.
I'm not a liar. I didn't touch it.
Well, you never know. There are a lot of attractive people that work in the healthcare profession.
Must dye hair. Must dye.
When we say, "Hey, did you hear? Godwin dyed, pause his hair."
Yeah.
So I'm sick as a dog, and I got the Just for Men on. That's what I'm concerned with.
It sure looks to me like it's fresh.
Yes, exactly. That's what's happening.
The goatee looks darker. You really didn't do anything.
Oh, you liar.
Okay.
You look like Robert Goulet toward the end.
I always tell the truth in here about that. I'm not lying, and I haven't done it in a long time.
You have a lady who comes in and dyes your hair
I haven't
for
done it
you?
in like 2 days.
Oh, 2 days.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Anyway.
Have you considered letting it go? What?
No.
Because as you know, I know coming up in the news, I saw the headline Christy had. Facebook's dating service is now official.
Yeah,
Whatever. So hey, you
kicked
can
off last
you got
Friday.
a new avenue to pursue.
Yeah.
Because you haven't been able to see anybody except unless you've picked up a nurse or a doctor. That's
what I'm saying.
In and out of the hospital for the last few
no
weeks.
flirting on my end.
What do you mean? Healthcare professionals are very attractive people in that
Oh, they could
era.
be, but when you're in there, it's just all scary.
Now, do you have a protocol if someone's say giving you some kind of rectal exam? Do you
Yeah,
say, hey,
That'll break the ice, huh?
what? No flowers? Look at the card. Look at the card.
Look at the card.
Sorry, those are classic punchlines. Well, we're glad you're okay. You seem to be doing all right.
A lot better than yesterday.
What are they testing for tomorrow? Or today? Is it-
God only knows.
Okay. All righty. So no fever, no vomiting. You're okay?
Yeah, I'm a lot better, thank you.
Good. If you're,
How are you feeling?
I feel fine.
Good.
Other than looking at this bubble in my eye, I'm good.
Does that
Still
pop
there?
on its own, or what happens?
What?
The bubble in your
We're
eye.
going to have a bubble
Imagine
pop.
it
Is it gonna-
dissipates.
It will dissipate, but right now it's right there. So
Bubble popping party.
it's like having a dinner plate in front of your eye that jiggles around when you move.
Did he say a time frame on how long it would be there?
No, it just dissipates on its own.
Hopefully.
Okay.
So what are we talking? 6 months, a year,
I
4
don't know.
weeks? What?
I think a few weeks, but
right.
they'll check it. They go check it in a couple weeks, but no flying for me for a while. No airplanes.
Ugh.
But so I'm driving to Dallas. Looking forward to that.
By yourself?
God, I
Yeah,
hope
you know
so.
something. I think I'm going to go by myself.
Are you really?
Yeah, get some.
There's no way.
Podcasts.
There's no way you can exist on your own that long.
Sure.
You need someone to talk
Sure.
at.
Listen to him. Sure.
No.
You know,
you can't.
I'll have a phone.
Your biggest fear in life is being by
the
yourself.
morning of that first
extended
show
period.
in Dallas, we're just going to get a phone call. I'm somewhere called Tucumcari.
I don't know what to.
No idea.
Hatchapee, Tomahawk. What is it?
Took a wrong
No,
turn
no.
at Corpus
I'm
Christi.
in Ketchum, Idaho.
Well, I'm not concerned about construction because there won't be any because all of the orange barrels in the world are here.
Yeah. I couldn't get to work today. I had to go all the way around. You couldn't turn left.
Don't get me started. There should be some kind of thing. If for every mile or for every 10 miles of orange barrels, at least one person has to be working. Okay.
I had a great drive in. I caught the light. It was a good morning.
Yeah, I caught
don't
all
you
the
love
lights.
that?
I caught
The,
the light.
the left that Christy couldn't take, I went ahead and took.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right between the barrels there.
So did Jeff.
You're darn right.
You're a scofflaw.
But when I went, the guy was actually there.
Oh,
Like, He
okay.
was actually I couldn't.
I love it when when things blocked off and someone pulls around it and then they find out that the bridge has been removed. That's always funny.
Oh, I did that.
Obey all traffic laws. Be careful. There's people working out there. It's dangerous.
Yes.
And if
yes.
he went off a bridge, you'd stand at the bridge, look down, and heckle him, wouldn't you?
They go, hey, jerk. Look what you just did. You moron.
There are only like,
Heckle him.
for any of us in this room right now, there are only like 2 ways that we could die that he wouldn't come in the next morning and be giggling about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So they found Chick, of course.
Pants down around his
when,
ankles.
when Josh died, no, pepperoni.
Yeah, well, somebody's going to go, hey, did you hear Josh died? And Tom's going to go, what did he choke on?
That's right. He just got so excited, you know how he is. And
Yeah, well, it was a BLT, but it was a Diet Coke. So he's
what is it, hook and scoop? And then the Heimlich, hook and scoop. Okay, sorry.
okay. Let's see now. Everyone's okay. We're good.
We had a great Monday night football game last night.
The Raiders do.
They won, baby. They won.
Oh,
What if I hadn't watched it?
Well, that's my main concern. How you're doing, Ace. You know that. 24-16. Raiders win last night all over the Broncos.
Good for you.
Carr,
and did you?
22
What was
of
your
26.
shoe? And I'm looking here.
I had the Raiders,
had the
minus
Raiders
the point.
minus
For the week, 4-2. on
What-
the shoe.
and what was the other
Suck
game?
it, Grandma.
You had New Orleans, right?
I had New Orleans, but they did not cover, so I missed that.
Okay, so who won that game?
The New Orleans Saints, 30-28. It looked like the Texans, they zipped right down the field. Deshaun Watson, the Texans score with 37 seconds to play, and it was, 28-27, and then Drew Brees had 40 seconds or some, and right down the field, and Will Lutz, a 58-yard field goal as time expired for the Saints to win.
Good for them.
There you go.
Whoa.
Christy says, good for them. And there's a camera. There's now a camera.
So you had the Saints.
Yeah, but he didn't cover the spread.
Yeah, they
That's
didn't cover
right.
the spreads. It was
Okay.
-7.
That means I believe I get your Snickers.
Do we have to go?
Thank you very much.
That's right. Now, if you check out Skittles and Snickers Twitter feeds, you could find yourself actually on the field. You don't have
Thank
to eat
you.
it now.
Oh, sorry.
You know, when you include Snickers and Skittles, the official candy sponsors of the NFL, in your game day lineup, you always come away with a W.
Yeah, baby.
A win for me. A win for
shut
you.
up.
Everyone wins when you have the Snickers and Skittles.
Work on that. Maybe you can find a better rhyme.
I got you. Got your back, Josh.
Anyway, what I was going to tell you was they have a camera now. You know the guys who stand on the sidelines with the first down marker?
Sure,
Yeah.
I've done
10
that.
yard, 10 yard.
You ever
Yeah.
done that?
Man, that's got to be kind of scary, huh?
You know what? I have done that, but I
And
don't
no-
make a point of telling people like
No,
a
I-
lunatic.
let me-
I've done that.
I've done for a
I'm
high school
part of the
football
league.
game.
Oh, for ice.
And, no, but it's
Well,
hey,
of
listen. Let me
course.
tell you something.
Of course
It's
for high school.
serious.
Oh, yeah. I
Well,
bet.
yeah, it's
I bet.
serious.
You got to listen to the ref, and you're instructed what to do. I hated
Well,
it.
yeah. People telling you what to do.
Getting bossed around by some jackass with stripes on. No, it was hard. The other thing, I tell you, you ever
God,
announced
what
the
a
high school
lunatic.
football game, chick? PA announcer.
Wait, no.
That's
basketball. When I
They
was in
take
high
that
school.
seriously. It's like we're announcing bingo. They don't want to hear any jokes. And then,
No, they don't.
then you go over to the
They're for
opposing
football,
team to
Tom.
get how do you pronounce these kids' names?
What do you mean? You think Vin Scully tells jokes while he's playing Hello Dodgers
jokes?
now?
I don't know what's wrong with these people.
You know, that reminds me there.
This
Two
guy.
guys walk in a bar.
Yeah, two
Last
homeless
name.
guys asked me,
This guy's last name is pretty comical. Vince Wilfork. Well, I knew a woman who would fork on the first date. How about you?
we spooned.
That goes
and
over real well at the high
What's
school.
wrong with you
football games.
people?
Yeah.
Does anyone here read? What's the problem?
Anyone here of a descent that is not quite so ethnic?
Oh, my God.
Hey, somebody's going to want to go talk to Tom.
Where are the white people at?
I'll watch the concession stand. You go get him.
Holding the yard markers is serious business.
Oh, shut up.
No, the chains?
God. I'm
You've
so sick of you and your
Just because you've never done it.
insane. I did do it. I have
said.
done it. I might do it again.
How long before you quit doing it?
Huh? What do you mean?
This is one of those things I'm seeing like after the first quarter. Suddenly I'm done. You hand it to some stranger in the stands.
What in my life have I done that you think I'd do that? Because I don't show up here every day and take the pounding, and Josh is taking some.
So
of the
there's
load.
a camera in the yard marker.
Yes, and it's amazing, and the perspective, it's just unbelievable. It's like there's a camera. It's like a giant camera in the teeny tiny.
So
it's unbelievable.
If the play comes right toward the guy, does he run and the camera hits the ground? Or
he stretches the ball, and you can see where the ball is, and the perspective is amazing. And
cool.
That's great.
Yeah. And Booker McFarland did a great job last night. I did not miss Jason Witten and his left-wing conspiracy theories during the broadcast.
He's not really Witty Witten.
Didn't miss that at all.
Really
Booker was actually talking about players in the game, and
he doesn't blame everything on the government.
That's right.
Well, the reason that was fumbled, of course, is because of the weather map.
That receiver is a Clinton who voted for Hillary, obviously. What's happening? What?
We have a lot to get to here. Also, some controversy about ESPN and their broadcast. They had to change something in the middle of the game. So many people complained.
This is the biggest non-story in the history of the world. They had one graphic up for the start of the game, and then people on Twitter started to complain about it. Then they switched it back to the old way. That's the story.
That's it?
That's it.
Well, for graphic for what?
The first down marker. It was like they had a hyphen in it or something, and nobody liked it.
It's about the color of the flag you're opening up. It's important to know that your vote counts, you see.
We'll be back with that.
Okay, and I'll explain it without the hysteria of the...
You're the one bringing it up!
This is the Bob and Tom Show, coming to you from the Napa Auto Parts Studios worldwide on American Forces Radio, coast to coast, on great radio stations like this one. Happy to be here with Ace, Chick, Josh. This is Tom speaking. Pat Godwin has stopped by between visits to the hospital, where some mystery illness has taken him out for most of the last 2 weeks.
Fortunately, we're only a few blocks away.
There's Christy Lee.
Is that the one you're going to right up here?
Yeah, across the street.
Pat, I don't want to get too personal, but has this affected, before you left us for the hospital?
Yeah, we haven't heard much
You were kind
about
of talking to a woman. Are you still talking to her?
She was concerned, very nice. I wanted to come down and help me, but early in the relationship, I didn't want to be that gross around somebody.
That's
You
good.
got a fever of 104, you don't want to be around it.
Yeah, you don't want her first memory of you to be emptying a bedpan.
Exactly. But she's been very sweet.
Yeah, she doesn't
Okay,
want
good.
So you're still talking.
Oh, yeah.
Good, good.
And by the way, the next time you have a fever that high, I want a picture of you and that day's paper and some sort of judge in the background.
It's all documented. You can go into my file if you'd like.
Notary.
There's nothing like a fever, 104. You just, the dreams that you're kind of awake.
Yeah, the first night was the worst.
I like it. I like it very much.
Your fever is gone now, so we're all okay. We're not going to get
It's
infected
lower.
by
Yeah,
whatever
it's lower.
plague you have. Okay, now when we last left you, we were talking about Cleveland Browns, now with Odell Beckham Jr. and
Wearing a $250,000 watch on the field.
That's
and
amazing.
the league has fined him. Yes.
But apparently, this is what I don't understand. Christy and I were both saying, I thought you couldn't wear jewelry on the field. But
I am with you, my friend. I thought the same thing. But apparently, the only rule that they have, according to the book, is there is a policy against, quote, prohibiting hard objects, close quote.
Why don't we leave our nice jewelry at home?
yeah, because as Chick said, get used to the headline. It'll begin.
Well, this will be a story we'll hear the rest of the season. The NFL has warned Cleveland Browns wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr.
and then fill in the rest.
And then fill in the rest.
And then I think the next one will be not to leave your $250,000 watch in your locker.
Yeah.
In this case, is not to wear the $250,000 watch during games. Apparently, wore it during the.
Had to tell him that.
Had to tell him that.
Doesn't he drive an orange Rolls Royce?
Something like that.
Yeah. So okay. Well,
The watch was orange, too, right?
I don't know. I didn't see it. That's if he wants to impress people, he should win a game for the Browns.
Yeah. Maybe that should make news at some point.
Might be rather impressive. Also on the sports page.
Stupid world record. You know, we've been doing this a pretty long time.
Yes, we have.
And by we, I mean me and all my personalities. And
Right.
Each day, I am never disappointed in how idiotic these world records get.
Okay.
Today is certainly no exception. Here we go. 2 men attempting the Guinness World Records for longest journey on scooters.
Sure.
All right.
Before the battery runs out?
Have started their 3-month-long ride.
See, Christy, I had the exact same question.
31-year-old Michael Reed and 29-year-old Jonathan Bellick of Project Create 48
Okay.
drove from Philly to Jersey City on Sunday, riding 50cc scooters. The pair hope to traverse over 9,000 miles and see 48 states in 80 days.
Wait a minute. So they're riding scooters, so they're sitting down. They're like a Vespa?
50 cc's, I believe you sit on.
Okay. They're not the stand-up scooters like are in all the major cities.
Oh, well, then this is stupid.
My dad had a 50cc scooter.
I thought they were
seated.
I thought they were
a scooter.
Yeah.
He's like, this is a story of two guys riding around the country.
Yeah, I'm
going to
take my Vespa around the country.
Tell them they're taking a trip, man. They're just taking a trip on scooters.
I was going to say, if you have to stand up and ride for 3 months.
Wait a second. Hang on.
These are all sitting.
This is a scooter is something you stand on.
It's something that you need to scoot. It's called a scooter because you scoot it with your foot.
A scooter is a small motorcycle, a teeny tiny motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yes.
It can also be something you stand on. Though.
Yes, it can be, certainly.
No, sorry.
Yeah, no, these guys are sitting. So
this is like the cheesy version of Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman going down around the world with on the long way around.
Glad you saw that movie.
That's great. Charlie Borman, love the guy. This story blows. I thought they were on the kind of scooters, the ones you stand up on. That's the whole.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's the big revolution in all these cities right now. They have these scooters all over the place.
These guys are just
They're on. This is like a
cruising
moped.
around America at 55 miles per hour.
And let me tell you something. If they
they're
take
lucky.
the trip,
Yeah, exactly.
If they take the trip that Josh and I would take, they're not going to be able to sit down for much longer. Okay? That's a trip, baby.
That is a trip. What are we talking about here?
Oh, that sounds painful.
Having at each other somewhere in Idaho.
Oh, I see. Sure. Yeah.
Fishing trip.
I used to own two of these. These are Hondas. I had a couple of
Well,
these.
people or scooters?
No, these Hondas. Oh, okay. These aren't scooters.
I remember her.
Oh my God. Fake.
That's just not that impressive at all. Yeah.
So what's this? This entitled the
I'm not speaking about this.
best use of a DUI?
I'm not speaking of this. Isn't that
what is
isn't that
the
what
law
you think?
about
And
that?
how is that a workaround on that?
Yeah, how do
does
you
that-
get around a
In
DUI?
some states, it depends.
You don't need a license for
You
a
don't need
scooter?
a license. Yeah, you can. So
Right.
drunks will switch gears.
You know what? The more I think, these guys are actually doing something.
He's so worried about saying the wrong thing and upsetting somebody. It just falls. These stupid drunks. They're out there on
In the dead of winter, it's just a foot of snow. You see some guy going by.
That's why you're so fun. You spend all your time correcting us and your time.
No, but see, Christy and I both thought I thought it was these were those stand-up scooters and
I don't
Well,
know
let's
how
give these
long
guys some credit. I
battery
mean,
lasts.
they're going a long way. If they fell off one of those, they could scrape a knee.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
These are brave men.
Yeah.
I mean-
There's two kind of scooter riders. One that ride their scooters and others that lay down their scooters. We all know that.
Oh, and it's not if you lay down your scooter, it's when.
It's just when.
Yeah, that's what they
Are
tell
they
you.
wearing helmets? Are they being safety?
I
Safety
don't know.
conscious?
I thought it was the kind you scooted with your foot.
Maybe if you got in here early in the morning and did some research.
Whoa!
I mean, 48 states on a scooter sounds like the penalty for stealing mustache wax back in 1890. All right. Well, there weren't 48 states yet, but the point is...
Sure.
Scooters. Well, I'm not going to have to worry about getting too much, road mung.
No.
Wow, I like the guy on that scooter. He's hot.
Christy's, I get you hot. Nice
Guy
Vespa.
riding a scooter.
Vespa in Italy makes me hot, but
Well,
Vespa
sure.
here, no, not so much.
Well, Vespas are cool. These aren't even
No, they are
Vespas.
fun.
Vespas are very cool.
They are fun, but
Yeah.
yeah, these are.
These aren't even Vespas.
Okay.
Even these scooters are fun, but it's
Yeah,
not
sure.
anything too exciting.
I had a couple of these. They were a blast.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I didn't call it a scooter.
What'd you call it?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, spit it out.
A motorbike?
Motorbike.
Are we off the air?
Is it a scooter? But is it this? There's a big controversy about all these.
They call them scooters, but it shouldn't
and people
be.
stand on them with.
Right.
That's a scooter.
I agree.
This is a mini bike or a motorbike, rather. In any event, okay.
It's a teeny tiny.
Okay. Wow. Okay. This guy's name is Yonatan Bielik. Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, these are cool little bikes. I
Good
like
luck,
to have
fellas.
one.
Yeah, they are fun. Yeah, we could race
I
around.
had those exact two. as a matter of fact.
Well, not those exact two.
See, those are cool.
You had
That
one?
is cool.
Yeah, I had a couple.
Yeah, my dad had one. We used to ride
Those are
around on.
cute.
I'd
But
be
I mean, it's
worried
not
I'd
a
look like a bear at a
but it's not a
circus.
scooter.
Get a fez, and that's all I need. Smoke a pipe.
Oh, I look like one of the twins from the Guinness Book of World Records.
We should get these.
Now, those guys were on mini bikes. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us here in the Napa Auto Parts Studios with Ace, Chick, Josh. Pat Godwin is here between hospital visits. Another
Pat.
test today.
One more test.
Getting probed, are you?
Okay.
Okay.
One more stick.
This is Tom
Somehow, I
speaking.
don't think this is the end of the road for Mr. Godwin. I think there'll be more visits to the
If
hospital.
you have any
Perhaps
symptoms
20
left, you're
years
just going in now because you know everybody.
No, I have some symptoms
Yeah,
left.
okay. All right, thanks. There's Christy Lee right there. You can find her, of course, at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Now, we return to the, I smell steaks, the Omaha Steaks Sports Desk with Chick McGee. Chick.
Stupid. That's right.
Wait a minute. Another one?
Part 2.
Okay.
Are you ready? We know this guy. Him again. A pair of Idaho men broke a Guinness World Record when they pulled off 61 behind-the-back basketball passes in a minute.
That's more than one per second.
Very good, Tom.
It is more than one per second.
Was there a record to break?
You got me there. David Rush, who has more than 100 Guinness titles.
We know David.
Yeah, of course.
That doesn't make it right. Teamed with Jonathan Hannon and practiced their behind-the-back passing technique for several months. You would not want to get out of bed, would you? If that was your... Well, I got to practice that.
I think
my
this is the
back.
idea. These guys wanted to get out of the house.
They made the official attempt at the Cathedral of the Rockies in Boise. So there you go.
How do you do that?
I
don't
don't
know what a
know.
behind the back.
I'm, okay, so
Well, you
I'm...
take the ball and you...
Just
behind
like
your back,
that?
I guess.
Oh,
behind
okay.
your back.
They
61.
practice behind the back throwing for months, otherwise known as divorce repellent.
Yeah. Look,
okay,
my wife is driving me
I'm
crazy.
watching it. I'm watching it right now. It's
You are?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
YouTube apparently.
okay. So the one guy throws the ball, the other guy catches it behind his back, and then he throws it forehand. And the other guy catches it behind his back, and he
Oh
throws
my
it
gosh!
forehand.
And that was already a record.
Well, the new record is 61 times. So
In a minute. Okay.
very good. Nice job.
Yeah, you applauding them?
Yeah. No, doesn't our friend David have more than? He's got more than 100 records.
Yes,
so.
he does.
This is the guy. Doesn't he have the record for popping the most balloons and
Yeah, and eating the
Shoving
most
the most-
blueberries with a toothpick or something.
lighting the most cigarettes or
Look,
something?
the elephant in the room is there's obviously something wrong with this man.
Oh, it's fun. He's
He's
got-
not hurting anyone, certainly, but
No, he's clearly unfulfilled in some way.
Yes, he's trying to fill up a hole and
Fill a
void in his.
He's
his
having
soul
some fun.
some way.
Give him a break.
Possibly a hobby. Well, this is his hobby. What
Now,
do
who
you
do you
say?
think, I have a question. Who do you think has the most passes for a president? I would
Obama.
say. No, you think? Oh no, no.
Kennedy.
You think Kennedy or Clinton?
Oh, that's true.
Almost what?
Most passes.
Passes.
You know, like
At women.
Hey,
Oh, I thought you meant basketball.
hey. Basketball.
Wait a
no.
minute. I think we got a little glimpse into Tom's pass. Go ahead. Make believe, Christy, you're banking a pass. Christy, Pisty. You go.
Hey, Pisty, no thanks.
Look, no,
I'm not into that.
Did you hear his first? Hey. Is that your opener? Hey.
What was your opener back in the day?
Well, Jackie is out of town. Can you bring in the facsimile machine, please?
No, do it as yourself. We all know you. And your
Patrick.
long hair back in the day.
You know Tom didn't have game. He didn't.
Go to an
he never
apartment.
hit on women.
Don't hassle me.
He doesn't talk
Man.
about
He
it.
want you to go ball at her apartment. We all know it.
Did you
I
have
see
a
that
line?
you're smoking. I guess that means you eventually want to ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Studies do show.
Clearly, you
You'll put-
make a lot of bad decisions.
If you'll put that in your mouth,
Yes.
Tattoo, drink, smoke, come with me.
Yes. Shots. Oh, I see. Speaking of behind the back,
yeah.
4 shots and never mind.
And as
Why
soon,
we're judging.
as soon as the orgasm begins, his regret started. You know that.
That's funny.
I must leave.
I must leave.
I got dogs to walk.
Gotta go. Gotta leave.
Nothing more in common here.
Get out.
Shame.
Turn the lights off.
Shame.
I need a washcloth and a washcloth and directions to the exit.
If anybody asks, my name is Bob Gavoyan.
That's right. That's how I practice safe sex. My name's Bob. All right.
Lights on or off?
Oh boy. It's all so
Is that sports?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Aren't you going to sing
Wherever
your
you
song?
go, whatever you do.
Sing your song. Sing it this way.
Be a good sport. Whatever you do, wherever you go. Always be a good sport.
Watch the entire show live or on demand with the Bob and Tom VIP All Access Pass. Listen live with the Bob and Tom app and make sure to visit bobandtomstore.com. Tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.